Good morning, everybody. Busy day ahead, getting ready to jump in on some of the cleanup. Uh, Welcome to Herbhome. And for those of you that don't know about us, we're a small homestead out in Newton County, Arkansas. And we like to share what we're doing and try and share some of the old time skills and the thought processes. Neil and I are both gardeners. I'm a past master gardener, um, an herbalist, retired critical care nurse. Have a really love for all that type of thing. We have bees, we have goats, chickens, lots of guard dogs. Had a real wake-up call this morning about 2 a.m. We had a young bear. The dogs had baited, and I came out, and it broke their concentration, and the bear took off running. They went chasing it. But we live back on national forest. We back up to about several thousand acres of national forest, and there's a known bear cave there, and so we really have to have the Pyrenees for our livestock to survive. And they've rafted the honey in hives this morning, I think. They're getting hungry. Not everything's out where they can eat real well yet. But it's going to be a busy day. We do a lot of bartering. I raise a variety of meat rabbits that sell pretty well. And I'm needing some of this trash that we're doing hauled off. What we can't recycle, we're going to get rid of. And one of our local youngsters is wanting some rabbits to get some starts himself. So we're doing a barter for that. And he's got some work to do on his place, and then he'll be down here to help us. And young Matt, my grandboy, is here helping out. He's going to help Clayton load and everything and manage the heavier items. And so it's going to be a busy day. I've got a lot more sorting and cleaning to do. I've got my dining room table stacked about 2 foot high of things that need to be washed up, sorted, thrown away, put away. Finding a lot of my small electrical appliances that the house going down buried, and most of them are still functioning. They just need to be cleaned up, like my dehydrator and my grain mill and my juicer and all that. Had to dig them out. So I've got that ahead of me today. Not my most favorite thing to do. I'd rather be outside. And I've got quite a few things to put in the ground today, too. A lot of transplants should be safe to go on out. I've been hardening them off for the last few days, taking them out and putting them back in the greenhouse, then out again. But that's an important thing. It strengthens the stems on them, acclimates them to the weather so they don't choke and die their first few days outside. Those are just kind of everyday things. One of the things about homesteading is work smart instead of hard. Yeah, it's hard work, but if you think ahead a little bit, for us, we're putting a lot of labor rather than cash in, which is part of what, to me, homesteading's about. That is, you're using what you can do rather than spending money. But we're just putzing away at it. I get overwhelmed when I look at the big disaster, but just doing it a little at a time is happening. It's starting to look like we live here again. My flower beds are being refurbished, getting ready to paint this cabin. This was my shop, so we weren't, my workshop for all my crafting and soaps and things that I do at market. And now it's our home, and we're trying to make it into a nice, comfortable place to be. And it's coming along nicely. As you can see in the background here, I love windows. I'm not a bear to hibernate. I have my days, cloudy day or something, I'll curl up with a blanket and a good book. But most of the time, I'm either getting ready to go outside or I'm outside, But it's coming along, I'm excited. I see the place coming back to life, or at least our view of it coming back to life. So, happy homesteading, guys. Don't get stopped by the bumps in the road. Take a breather if you have to. Cry if you have to. I've spent a few days in tears over what's happened over the years. But you pick up and go on, you get it done, and lo and behold, it all starts to bloom again. So hang in there if you're having issues. Count on your circle of friends. Don't be shy about asking for help, because that's what we do for each other. You know, in a community, you look after each other. You do the things that, if you see an elderly person, you go do something for them. If you see a young couple that's struggling, you know, we had a neighbor that we think quite a bit of, and he needed a trailer moved. So we got online and started looking around for help for them, you know, and we're able to get them in touch with somebody who could haul their camper trailer in. When I've needed help, I've had church members or neighbors bring wood out. Young Matthew works for us, but he's also available if we're not working him. He just comes and helps a lot of the time. And it's ongoing. It's what we do for each other. So remember, community is really important, and don't be afraid to ask for the help you need. Okay? You have a good day, hon, and we'll talk to you later. Okay? Bye-bye. I'll show you some of what we get done later on, okay? Bye-bye.